Okay, so where I am now is where I used to live. So I'll just pan the camera over to that white building there. That's where I lived for 18 months at this university. And that big building there, I used to go to the top of it, and it's pretty high up there. But it's a fairly humble looking building now, because there are a lot of bigger buildings around, a lot of bigger residential buildings. But yeah, and I just had to film because I'm riding my bike around, and I've got a new bell, new light. But I just had to film because this road was so grim, like it was just a construction site. And now they've planted all of these trees, and there's like a bike path, and it's pretty cool, you know, it's pretty cool. There's these like kind of like classically themed buildings here, but yeah, this is pretty cool. I'm really amazed about this. So yeah, so this is interesting as well. Like if you look, you can see a little bit of rubbish, but when I came here about 7 or 8 years ago, this was full of rubbish. And now it's a lot better. It's still not perfect, but it's a lot better than it was. Yeah, so I'm just basically exploring again. I have my hammock with me today. This is like south of where I live, and yeah, it's sort of like a big park kind of area, but it's really just, I don't know, it's a place in transition, you would say, is the polite way of saying it, because there's a lot of rubbish over there, or trash as Americans say, and there's like some kind of, I guess, Mongolian themed barbecue restaurant that was set up over there. And yeah, but now I'm over this little hill. It's quite nice, and I'll just try and find a place to set up my hammock. Technically, legally speaking, I am very much trespassing, but it's just such an empty place. I did see like a young lady, a young woman. She must work here. She was just picking up some plants on the ground to feed to the goats. There were some goats there. I assume that's what she was doing. I don't know what she was doing, but she was definitely gathering something. And yeah, some fish jumping then. Yeah, it's probably connected to some kind of, yeah, so I will return and get my bike. Yeah, it might be connected to some ponds that are stocked with fish for people to catch. But yeah, that was interesting. That was a pretty big, yeah, that was no small fish. So yeah, I'll go back and get my bike and keep moving. And yeah, you know why they call me Bike Basket? My bike does have a basket. Yeah, speaking of Chinese people, I saw my father-in-law outside today, and he's a very healthy looking guy, you know. He's one of those guys. He's got very youthful brown skin. He stopped smoking a couple of years ago. He's never drunk, and yeah, it's good to see him. There's the bike, so alright, I'll see you soon. Yeah, I'm just pushing my bike back up this little hill, so you'll be able to see the goats. I mean, no one cares really, but these kind of videos, like, no one watches them, but I guess they're for family and friends. You know, it's like my music. They're just for the 1 or 2 people that are interested. Oh, there's a hammock over there. dancing in the wind. So yeah, there's a bit of a hammock scene around here. I might take this shortcut, just go over there. But yeah, you've drawn the short straw if you ever end up as my bicycle, because I just don't give a fuck, you know, like I'll just push bikes anywhere, even a fancy one like this. Not that I pay for it, you know, like I wouldn't. No offense to the guy who bought it, I mean, he bought it for his wife, he didn't buy it for himself. But yeah, I don't know whether I'd ever buy a bicycle like this, because it's just too ridiculous. But I'll use it. No worries about that. I'll use it every day because it's a bicycle I own. I don't like having to rent bicycles, and it's pretty fast. It's not the slowest bicycle in the world. Yeah, so there's a hammock over there. I mean, wouldn't it be cheeky just to go and hang out in that? You know, be pretty funny. And yeah, I'm directly a part of this beautiful world because my wife's company makes these, you know, well, the company she works for makes these accommodation buildings, makes these buildings. And yeah, I could have a look. It might be, there are so many companies that do this though. But yeah, she loves her company, and yeah, the workmen have got to live somewhere. But yeah, once they've been around for a while, they start to look pretty bad, you know. Yeah, so I just actually rode through that puddle, and it was a mistake, because the annoying thing about that is these Dutch bicycles, you can't pedal backwards because that's where the foot brake is. So you have to do a full rotation. So I did end up dipping my toes in the water. So that was a bit annoying. I mean, I should have gone up on my heels probably, but anyway, I just had to maintain control. And the bottom was a bit rocky. There was a sort of a little hole there, but I just couldn't help myself. You know, that's what I'm like. I'll get out of this place now.